So, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who actually watch my videos will recognize this truck. You recognize it because it was here last week. Guess what? It came back. He had it and drove it about 250 miles or so, and started smelling fuel and started getting hard to start. Well, the problem was, you can actually see it's already all tore apart. Turn the light off. The problem was, let's see, where is it? Which one? This one. The O-ring on top of the fuel injector just came completely apart. I mean, there's nothing. You can see all the rest of them are, let's see, they're iffy. The one for this one, don't know where it is. It's gone. I found little pieces, but that's it. Come out of this hole. I'm guessing they just put, it was a defective O-ring, and it's taken 9 years and 81,000 miles for it to give up, but it's gone. And it was pouring, the damn thing was running too. And it was pouring fuel down the back of the engine. It was pouring it down into the valley and right out the back. It was bad enough that he got scared, parked it, and I went and picked it up at the trailer, towed it home. And it's a good thing too, because even though it was actually running and run sort of decently, it was running on 5 cylinders, that was a fire waiting to happen. I mean, it was a lot of gas. So, after replacing 2 sensors on it and doing all the plugs and everything on it last time it was here, now I'm going to rebuild the fuel injection system. I'm going to clean the injectors because that injector also, I don't know if you can actually see the little holes in it, but it's a little dirty. But number one, a little dirty. This would be 2 on the, that one is clogged. This is number 2, driver's side. Dodge runs Chevrolet, so that'd be cylinder 3. Completely clogged up. So I'm going to clean them, and the way I clean them, when they're like this, we're not a professional super shop here, but this is how I do it. And I've done hundreds of them, and it's worked for me. Look at this. Okay, you see that? See the color of that O-ring? See the color of that O-ring? See? They're all black except for that one. That makes me think someone's done some work on this before. This injection rail has been out before. That's interesting. Okay, I just noticed that. So, back to this. This is how I clean the injectors. It works good for me. It's not professional by any means, but I don't have the tools or technology to do it, so what I do is I take a bowl, which I'm fixing to wash because this one's dirty. White distilled vinegar, 5% acidity. I put that in there, and then I take the injector and I dip it, and I hold it there for about 30 seconds or so. Swish it, dip it, swish it, dip it, swish it, and then I'll blow it out. And usually that is enough to get that carbon, get that carbon out of those little holes, and get that injector flowing like it's supposed to again. The injectors are all working. I actually tested them to make sure they were working last time it was here. And I guess I should have caught this last time, but you know, I wasn't looking for a leaking injector. Wasn't really even looking for an injector problem. I was just verifying that they were all clicking and turning on, which you do by listening to them. And it wasn't leaking then, so there's the brakes, kids. Just going to replace all the O-rings and put it back together. It's kind of a pain in the butt to do this because you got to take. You could do it with the injection rail still in the truck, but that would be hard. So I'll take it out. It's not so hard on the passenger side, but on the driver's side, you have to take all that wiring loose. The alternator's got to come loose. The mass sensor, temperature sensor, you know, all your throttle sensors up there, all that stuff has to come out to get out of your way so you can actually get to these things. And then you got to work with the little bitch clip to get it out of there, which is not fun. I can see the little, there's the little deal. I need to put that back here. The little O-ring that goes in there. I want that to get lost. So, there we go. That's what I'm doing today. Finished up that GMC yesterday. Funny thing about that GMC, it's a 93 GMC pickup. It's a one-owner truck. He's owned it since brand new. And I've known him 7 years now. Changes the oil, does whatever maintenance needs to be done on it. He loves that truck. Loves that truck. He loves that truck like I love my truck. So, I know he takes good care of it, and usually for the last 5-6 years, I'm the one that's been working on it the most. When I took it out, took the fuel pump out, took the tank out, and I always clean the tanks out because the fuel's crappy these days. I got my sawhorses, I'll sit it up there and I'll flush it out real good and clean it out best I can. You know, usually I'd flush it and flush it and flush it and flush it and get it out. Well, while I was flushing it, I found a couple of pieces of plastic in the tank. And then I went to looking further, and I noticed that the bottom of the screen on the bottom of the fuel pump was torn. And I got to investigating more. Pulled the fuel filter out, plastic in there. I pulled both the injectors. It was a throttle. It's a throttle body because it's 93. Pulled the injectors and the fuel regulator plate, injector assembly, all that stuff. I took that off the top of the TBI, and there's plastic in there. Progressively smaller, yes, but there's plastic from the back of the tank all the way up. The plastic I found in the tank was big. Now, I talked to him about it. He don't know where it came from. I don't even know what it was. We seriously thought it was a French fry at first because it looked like a McDonald's French fry. And then when I actually got pulled out of the gas, noticed that it was actually a piece of plastic that was broken into about 1 billion pieces, and that was the largest piece. So somewhere along the way, that truck had never had a fuel pump in it. 129,000 miles, 19 years old, basically 20 years old now. Never had a fuel pump. One owner truck. So either it got in there at the factory, or someone somewhere along the way stuck plastic down in his fuel tank and he didn't catch it. I don't know. All I know is I put a brand new fuel pump in it, screens, cleaned the entire fuel system, front to back, the return line included. Blew it out with air, new fuel filter, cleaned the injectors, did the whole thing, and put it back together. And he's happy with it, says it runs better than it has in years, so there you go. I thought I'd share that with y'all. My interesting day of work yesterday. I'm going to get back to this one. I got a lot to do on it yet. We'll talk to y'all later.